And we live. We live. We here. We back.
Sure.
Um, man, week one of the NFL season is done. Well, I apologize. I apologize.
Good.
How are you? I'm
I'm
trying
feeling
to jump
good,
straight into
man.
things, man. How are you?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. Feeling good.
Oh yeah,
How
let's
you
let's
feeling,
do it
brother?
publicly. I'm good. I'm all right. Let's do it publicly. Happy
What?
birthday. Your
Oh
birthday was
man,
yesterday.
appreciate it. Appreciate it, man.
Your birthday was yesterday, but happy
Yes,
birthday,
sir.
everybody that
Yes,
see
sir.
this. Everybody
Appreciate
see
it.
this, put the happy birthdays in the chat.
Appreciate it,
The
man.
happy
Appreciate
birthdays in
it.
the comments if you watch it later, man. What you do, man?
Man, work, you know what I'm saying? And working again today to try to,
Oh, you
enjoy
got
my
work today.
birthdays and, chill and stuff like that. But, I'm happy to be back, brother. Just blessed to make it to another year, another trip around the sun, man. That's it.
I feel that, man. And if y'all fuck with LA and y'all fuck with me and y'all want to say happy birthday, it's really only one way to do it.
Exactly.
The boy said he had to go to work on his birthday. Y'all
He
hit
did.
that button and that other button that I just showed y'all. He won't have to go to work on his birthday no more. You feel me?
Come on
That's
now.
just you just trying to spread a little love. You
Yes,
know,
sir. Yes, sir.
Other than that, man, let's get into it. A lot of things happened this week one of the NFL season. It was a very, very interesting week one. But can we say week one has ever been any different? It's always a little weird. It's always a little.
Yeah. But this week one with the first game being the Ravens and Chiefs it was man, it was beautiful. Especially having football back, man. That was a great game to watch.
Right. No, I agree on that. And we'll definitely touch on that a little later. But since you brought up the Chiefs, receiver that formerly used to play for the Chiefs, Tyreek Hill got into a little incident with the Miami-Dade police. I actually have the footage, so we're gonna watch a little bit of the footage.
Mm-hmm.
For my listeners out there, just kind of bear with me. You can hear some of it, pretty much most of it, but for everybody that's watching, we're gonna tap into this. We like to get the serious things out the way here, man. And I definitely think this is one of those serious moments. So whenever that was loud. Okay, let me turn that down. My apologies, people, especially my listeners. All right.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Like what? Why do you have it on? Hey, keep your window down. Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Give me your ass, Mom. Get out of the car. Give me your ass. I'm gonna break that freaking window. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out. 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 What part of violence do you understand?
Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested. I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting out, bro. God damn, twin.
When we tell you to do something, you do it.
I'm getting
You understand?
out. I'm getting out,
You
bro.
understand? Not what you want, but what we tell you.
I'm getting
You're a little
out.
fucking confused.
I'm getting out, bro.
Too late.
Chill,
Too
bro.
late.
All right, bro. Take
Too
me to
late.
jail, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro.
We are. We will.
Good, bro.
It is good.
Hey, Drew. Hey,
Don't worry about it. I hung up the phone. You stop crying.
bro. Y'all
Don't move.
good. Bro, you
Sit 'em
beating
up.
on my window like you crazy.
You set him up.
Why y'all beating on my window like y'all crazy for? Damn, yo, bro, dude, beating on my window like he crazy. I ain't do nothing, twin. Damn.
Hey, don't park there. Don't park there.
Hey. Hold on, bro. I just had surgery on my knee. I just had surgery on my knee, bro. I just had surgery
Really?
on
What
my
a
knee,
coincidence.
bro.
I just had surgery in your ears when we told you to put your window down.
Chill, bro. Chill.
And that was that.
Yeah, yeah,
So
bro.
for my people that didn't get to watch it, Tyreek Hill got pulled over by some Miami-Dade police officers about a block away from the stadium, from what I read. Um, Normal traffic stop, from what I would understand. He gave him his license. He rolled his window up. They didn't like the fact that he rolled his window up. Things led one thing to another. Tyreek is telling the cops, "Hey, I already gave you my license. There's no need for me to have my window up. I can roll my window up." Some people just use their power, quote unquote, and authority the wrong way. And he probably was. The officer was probably a little butthurt, as we say, that Tariq didn't listen on command to what he said. Uh, just trying to prove a point. Because to be honest, if he's a block away from the stadium driving that car, like exactly who that was. You know who that was and where he was going. I'm not one of them people who are like, oh, it's a celebrity, let him go. But it's like, it's Sunday. He's a block from the stadium. And even if you don't watch football, you're a cop for the Miami-Dade police. I know you know who he is. And where he's going. So if he didn't do anything, everything you did was completely unnecessary. The guy that pulled over that the cop told not to park there was his teammate, Jonnu Smith. I believe Jonnu was also detained. That video is about a minute longer, a minute or so longer. Jonnu and someone else that was in the car got out.
I want to say it was Calais, wasn't it?
I don't think so. The dude that was sitting in passenger seat did not look like Calais.
You sure?
So
Fact check that real quick.
Okay, but I believe Jonnu got detained as well. And the guy that was on the phone, Drew, that Tyreek Hill kept referring to was his agent, Drew Rosenhaus.
Let me see. It says Calais Campbell. It says Calais Campbell says he was handcuffed trying to defuse Tyreek Hill situation.
Okay, as well as Calais Campbell.
Yeah, so Calais Campbell got detained too. He said so. Honestly speaking with you, it just seems like it's an unfortunate situation, to be honest, man. Because you got to think about it, man. You wait, excuse me, 2 seconds, man. I'm sorry, audience, for you.
So good. Well, I guess I'll do my take on this. Personally, like I said, we're gonna get the serious stuff out the way. Personally, this is a little deeper than just. I don't know what LA was gonna say, but he said unfortunate incident to me. Very
I'm
much.
sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, audience.
You good. To me, very much. I don't know, man. Being a black man in America, watching stuff like that happen it's always a little mind-boggling because you're not really ever safe. Like, not saying celebrities should be, again, not saying they should be safe from certain things, but we do know they get certain privileges around the world. And shit, when you're a black man in America, sometimes those privileges don't even work out in your favor. So to me, this is always a little scary, a little traumatic. Anytime I watch it happen. In his post-game interview, Tyreek Hill basically said, I'm glad I'm Tyreek Hill in that instance and not just a regular black man in America. You know what I mean? Like, he understood. To me, he understood how sideways that could have went. And it didn't. But I think that's more of a credit to, like he said, because he's Tyreek Hill. So before I let you go, I just say to everybody, especially black men and women in America, bro, just be on your P's and Q's at all times. And just, try your best to let them have a power moment. I'll say read the 48 Laws of Power and how manipulation is a tactic to get what you want at the end of the day or keep yourself safe. Sure, let him feel like he big bad wolf when the whole time you finna sue the shit out of him when you leave. Just let him have it. You know what I mean? So that would be my advice and my kind of take on that. You can continue.
Once again, my apologies for interruption and stuff like that. But honestly speaking with you, man, like I said, was an unfortunate situation. Because honestly speaking with you, man, he hit it right on the head. Because what if he wasn't Tyreek Hill, you know? And
Right.
him pulling up his car door, and pulling him out like that aggressively, trying to put him on the ground. And you can hear Tyreek saying like, "I'm getting out. I'm getting out. You don't got to do all that, So instead of taking his word and catching yourself in that moment, to even if you did make a mistake by lifting his door up, he's telling you, "I'm getting out." Let the man get out on his own.
Right.
You could, and people, it's like what? It was like 4 of them that was there. So
Yeah.
none of you guys know that this is Tyreek Hill. None of you. And I've seen Dolphin fans that are rocking the gear, walking down the street as he's being detained.
Right.
You have teammates here. No light bulb clicked off like, oh, this is Tyreek Hill. Maybe we should handle this with some type of care. Videos going to be out, like, because this guy is famous.
Right.
The car he's driving lets you know that he's not a regular person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, man. It's getting ridiculous, and I'm glad Tyreek Hill. Not only that he was good, he actually scored a touchdown. Not shed light on it, but you know what I mean. Just kind of, took it a certain way, and also it's post game, like you were saying, just with him saying that, shedding light on like, I am Tyreek Hill. So what if I wasn't Tyreek Hill? And just him just saying that, just putting the focus on them. Like, I'm not gonna make no statement really like that. Just saying, you know what? Let me get this time to process this. Like, I don't know really what's going on with how I feel right now. Give me a little second. So, I know it was an unfortunate situation, and I'm glad that they let that dude. I don't know if they terminated him or not, but they said he was on, like, they just relieved him of his duties for I don't know how long, but I'm glad they did that. And the cops had all of them, really, because the guys were all there, and none of you knew that there was Tyreek Hill. It's unfortunate, but that's all I really got to say on that. I wish Tyreek the best, and whoever was in that situation the best, man.
Agreed. And I think we'll just move on from here. Like I said, we don't like to get too serious in this world, but we are talking football, man, and he's a star football player, and this just so happened to him. So, moving on to a little bit farther down the road, maybe a little bit more excitement. Maybe you can help me with this situation because I'm a little lost. All right, Kendrick Lamar, your guy, LA guy.
You said my guy?
Yeah, like an LA guy.
Yeah.
Like an LA guy, not your guy, an LA guy. Got selected to do the Super Bowl halftime performance in New Orleans this year. Lil Wayne has been on the record for a few years. I don't want to say a few years, but at least a year now, saying that he would like to do that. He would like to be in New Orleans doing the halftime show. He's originally from New Orleans. It would only make sense. But that didn't happen. Then it caused a little bit of an uproar on Twitter and all socials and whatnot. And I heard that it's not even a beef between. And okay, so I heard first that Jay-Z selects the artists for the halftime show. He's been doing it for a few years. I heard there was beef between Jay-Z and Birdman, and that is why Lil Wayne is not selected for this. I'm not sure how much I believe that. It could just be, Kendrick has like the best song in the world right now, or the most played song, even if you don't like it, the most played song in the world right now. He is still one of the best artists we have in the game. So, I mean, why not? Why not strike while it's still hot? It's kind of similar to a way I looked at it, but some people brought up that when they was in, I think, weren't they in Detroit, and then Eminem was there, and it was just like...
That was in L.A.
Oh, that was in L.A.? Sorry. Oh, no, Drake. That was Drake. Right?
And what?
L.A.
Drake? No, Drake was in
Drake.
Drake.
Yeah, Drake. Yeah, no, not Drake.
You should have said Dr. Drake, but it's all good, though.
Dr. Drake. Excuse me. Dr.
It's all good, though. My fault. That's my fault. Now go ahead, though.
No, but like I said, maybe you could fill me in on this. I'm a little lost. You think Wayne was snubbed from the Super Bowl? Is that?
I'm a little conflicted because if you know me, you know my favorite rapper of all time is Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite rapper of all time. That's my two older brothers. Yeah, my two older brothers is, their favorite rapper is Jay-Z as well. So I got the influence from them. So I'm a little conflicted, but I 100% is on Wayne's side on this. The reason why I'm on Wayne's side as well, and there's no disrespect to Kendrick or anything like that of what's going on. Obviously, the song is hot that he has, probably the hottest artist out right now at this very moment, due to the fact of the beef going on. So, I'm taking this. I'm sorry, Jay. You know what I'm saying? Favorite rapper of all time. But I'm gonna have to rock with them. Obviously, there's some things going on. Let's start with the whole thing with Drake and Kendrick. Jay-Z obviously has friendlier ties with Kendrick and his team and things like that than he has with Drake and his team. So obviously he's already pushing that side. Now, I want to know, why would you pick this man to do a halftime show when he's already participated in a halftime show in LA, and rightfully so, because he's in LA. So you brought him out. You know what I'm saying? You brought him out for that. So he's already participating in this. Now, I understand he has the hottest song, and we get that. We totally get that. Talented brother, talented artist. But it's in New Orleans. Their best rapper in New Orleans of all time is Lil Wayne. So why not give him that platform and shine light on this man who's put in 20 years of work since 90, what came out in 98. We was born there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like he was 16 when he came out and putting on ever since. And he has a legacy to go with it. Drake, Nicki. And now I'm gonna get a little further into this. You know who signed and has affiliation with Rock Nation?
Nope.
Meg The Stallion, Nicki Minaj have beef right now, as we know. So it all ties in. It's politics right now. So I completely agree. Them crashing out like how they did on Jay, I don't like. You know what I'm saying? That's too much sauce. Too much sauce. I gotta relax. I gotta relax on my boy. But I completely understand by them being outraged, because you have acts to go along with Lil Wayne. It's just not to mention he's a mega icon. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a famer. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, not only to mention, just him alone should get him on that stage and be at the halftime show to be the center of attention on him. You have Juvie to go with it. Manny Fresh, Birdman, Drake, Nicki. You know what I'm saying? You have all these people to go with him as well, to go along with these hits. So that's very unfortunate for him not to be a headline, and for him to go. He barely does interviews, especially nowadays. And for him to go out on an interview a year before this, or some months before this, to say, man, I would love to do the halftime show. It's in New Orleans. He's the one. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's disrespectful, man. It's like a slap in the face.
No, I feel you on that. That is our daily, what's it called? Daily hip hop trend with LA.
I'm sorry too.
Our hip hop daily with LA. That is.
I do want to add this to my other 2 cents into the. I don't want to keep disrespecting Jay or anything, but I seen the report. It was like, he didn't handpick Lil Wayne or something like that, or it was New Orleans or something. It was something to that effect. And I'm like, they put so much light on you handpicking everybody these past years, but now it's, you know what I mean? So I'm like, come on, y'all could have did a little better job than trying to spin it a little bit at least. But man, that was kind of weak. So I agree with Wayne and his team and stuff like that.
I feel it, man. Like I said, that was Hip Hop Daily with LA. We'll be here every Wednesday. Goddamn. On to the real stuff, man. On to the real football. You know what I'm saying? Ravens Chiefs started us off this week. Highly anticipated matchup. The Chiefs got the dub. What was the score? That 27-20. Lamar Jackson went 26 of 41, 273, 1 touchdown. But he also had 16 carries for 122 yards. Derrick Henry had 13 carries, 46 yards, and a touchdown. Isaiah Likely was the leading receiver with 9 receptions, 111 yards, and a touchdown. Now over here to Patty. Pat Mahomes went 20 of 28, 291 and a touchdown and a pick. Lamar also lost a fumble. Let me throw that in there since I'm going to throw Patty's pick in there. Isaiah Pacheco, 15 carries, 45 yards and a touchdown. Leading receiver was Rashee Rice, seven receptions, 103. No touchdowns. Xavier Worthy got in the end zone twice.
Shout out him.
For the Chiefs. Man, so reactions to that game. Talk to me. How was you feeling watching that? What was going on?
Oh man, first off, just happy football's back. And man, what I seen, takeaways that I seen, dude. Let's start with, I'm gonna jump a little bit before I get into the beginning of the game. Everybody I know that is kicking Lamar's back in due to the fact that he missed those 2 targets late down the stretch. But
you brought that up.
Yeah, but it's just like, man, it's the first game back. You know what I mean? It's that everybody's not connected just yet. That's why what I took away from that is that last one he missed Zay Flowers on, and when he thought Zay was gonna stop, and Zay just kept going. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, when Zay laughed, that let me know, like, dude, it's just the first game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen that you seen me, and we just miscommunication here. That's not gonna happen in week 8, week 9, week 10. You know what I mean? So, like I said, what I took away from that is it's just miscommunication. But what I didn't like, which should be the number one thing for the Ravens, is your O-line. What the penalties? The penalties were crazy. I forgot his name, Trent Brown, right?
Yeah, Trent Brown.
Yeah, like this is ridiculous, huh?
The tackle.
Yeah, the tackle. So I'm like, this is ridiculous, man. Why? What are you doing? Like, I understand the refs were. I think most of the calls were on the Ravens that game. Like, I think it was like, but it was a lot of calls that the refs missed that were on the Chiefs. So I was kind of a little. I don't want to say like.
Trent Brown's not a Raven. Wrong.
Yeah, what's his name?
I will fact check that. You can continue. Trent Brown is
his name is very forgettable. But yeah, especially the performance he put on. But like I'm saying though, man, that was ridiculous, dude. Their O-line, that was awful. Lamar was running for his life. And this just shows, like, I know people like, man, I don't want no excuses. He ain't got no X. Isaiah Likely was going to work as a tight end like that. That lets you know that Zay was doing what he could, but he needs a true X to throw he needs a safety blanket. He has Derrick Henry back there, but I know it's the first game, but Derrick Henry ain't look like Derrick Henry. So I was a little shook by that. But other than that, man, Patty did what he always do. Rashee Rice, I see why they pushed that court date a little back. We need you for that. We need you for this 3-peat. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah. We need you for this 3-peat. But man, the Chiefs look good. I don't know. I know I said the Ravens might win the Super Bowl, but the Chiefs look like they just, I don't know, man. They look like the best team again. So it's my takeaway.
You have some really good points. I think I'll start with the Ravens since that's where you started with. So let's talk about those misses, right? So to me, it's only one miss on that drive, and that is that's that Isaiah Likely. And I think that was more so clock in my head telling me to throw this ball away. And I'm not trying to give him excuses, but if you look at that play, and I should have pulled him up, I apologize.
When he got hurt, right?
Yeah, Isaiah's running toward. He's running the back side of the end zone, going toward the back pylon. Lamar had been sitting in that pocket. I believe it was 24 seconds on the clock, 22, 24. The play stopped at 10 seconds. So Lamar had been running around, standing around for about 6, 8, 10 seconds. He's like, hey, no, there's no way I need to keep this ball in my hand. Because even if nobody gets open, we have more plays. Like, I need to throw this away. So, in my opinion, that's why it sailed like that. Because it was like, I'm really throwing this away, but I'm going to give you a baby chance, but I'm really throwing this away.
Yeah.
Because Isaiah wasn't open at first. Him redirecting to the backside of the pylon was him getting open. Right.
Exactly.
And to me, that was a quarterback clock in my head thing. I need to throw this away.
I agree
Now,
with you on that.
could he have done it earlier? Yes.
I agree
But
with you.
at that point, you're just trying to make a play. So it's like I think he kind of let that one sail. It was like a little bit intentionally. It was like, hey, bro, I'm throwing this out of bounds, but you're big. You're a big receiver. If you make this play, you make this play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the way I thought about it. And second, the miss to Zay isn't a miss to Zay. I'm gonna take the man at his word where he said he wasn't throwing the ball to Zay Flowers. He said Rashad Bateman, if you watch the tape, Rashad Bateman stops right behind a linebacker or a safety, but he stops right behind him. Somebody's supposed to sit in that hole in the zone.
That's also miscommunication.
Like, somebody's supposed to find that hole. Yeah, I will agree with you there. Somebody's supposed to find that hole in the zone. And it was supposed to be Rashad Bateman because he was running the initial crossing route.
Mm-hmm.
Zay was a product of, all right, bro, I need to move. Something need to happen. I need to get open. That was a product of that. And Lamar said himself, he said Rashad Bateman I thought Rashad was gonna sit in the hole. He said I went to throw the ball away and I seen Zay slide in the hole. And he said the ball was already gone at that point. I can't pull it back down. It's out my hand at that point. So, I mean, everybody got their own interpretation of it. That's what I saw watching the game. I have no ties to the Baltimore Ravens. I could care less.
Yeah, me
but
either.
You know what I'm saying? But that is what I saw watching those few plays. You know what I mean? Getting to the likely play, that was a hell of a catch. Unfortunate he couldn't get that toenail in. He had a little KD situation going on. And I feel for the Ravens on that. I feel for y'all on that one because I'm a Brooklyn fan, so I was there when KD put his foot on that line. So I was, I feel for y'all on that one. But I think that was just a great game. That was a great way to open the season, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that's an amazing way to open the season. That game had everything we could have asked for.
Another thing too, dude, when I watched it, the Chiefs the Chiefs defense looked tired. They looked really, really tired, dude, chasing Lamar around, bro.
Oh yeah, because Lamar. Go ahead.
At one point, which is scary to me, is Lamar was just I can tell like when you as a competitor you get kind of fed up, like, dude, let me just run this. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing myself at this point. Like so you can tell like he start taking things in his own hands. So I like that as well. But the Chiefs defense, they look kind of tired chasing Lamar.
Yeah, Lamar, that was one of his bigger things on why he lost weight this year. Because remember going into last year, he gained about 20 pounds.
Yep.
And they was worried. So they were worried about his safety and, him being injured, getting hit. So he's like, all right, I'm put on some muscle. That was his thing. Coming into this year, hey, bro, I lost all the weight because my legs was heavy.
Yeah.
My legs was heavy at the end of the day. I can't wiggle. I can't do what make me special if I ain't got no legs. I'm gonna go back to losing weight. So he got off 16 rushes for 122 on their ass. He definitely was gassing niggas.
Exactly.
I will say that. And going to the Chiefs, I think I like Mahomes a lot. But the amount of credit we give him sometimes for very simple shit is absurd. Let me say that.
That is true.
It is absurd. He has a fucking genius over there play calling. You know what I mean? Like
Travis
ain't do much, and Mahomes turned the ball over, and two of those touchdowns was schemed open and busted coverages. All right, we know he can't. If you've noticed, this is how like much of an evil genius Andy Reid is. Have you ever seen that practice clip of Xavier Worthy getting mushed in the ground against press coverage? His ass whooped
at the line, right?
At the line of scrimmage. You know what Andy Reid said? He said, "I'm not allowing anybody else to do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to bunch these receivers. I'm going to put one in front of you. No one can ever touch you because there's always somebody in front of you."
Yep. And
you get a free release off the line every time.
And shout out Zay, 2 touchdowns. Needed that in fantasy. Needed that. Needed it. Needed every bit of it. Appreciate it.
I feel you. But like the end around, that's just a good call, and he just let his speed do his speed. The blocking, the execution was what it was. And then that deep ball, that was a blown coverage. Yep. That was a blown coverage for sure by the Ravens. Marlon thought he had some help. On the backside, he didn't. And
we hear
touchdown.
We hear with the telepathy because man, they was giving Marlon the blues all night long, all night. I'm telling you, was
He
getting.
thought he had some help on that one. I will say that he thought he had some help backside on that one because you could tell he turned around. You could tell by when somebody thinks they have help by how deep they drop. Anyway, he was already playing off. He took about 5 to 7 steps back and then he stopped. He's like, "Wait, nigga, where are you?" So
Bro,
it's just like
every play. All I seen that night, I swear to you, bro. It seemed like every play was on Marlon. I'm like, yo, dude, like get it together. Like it just seemed like every time he was just in the like vicinity, I'm like, bro, what is going on with bro? Because Rasheed Rice was getting, man. Let's talk about him. He was getting off. He was getting off. I mean, I'm telling you, dude. He was dude. Hollywood didn't even play, huh?
Nope.
I forgot about Hollywood. Pat threw it to Juju. I'm like, I forgot they had Juju too.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I started reading. I'm so sorry. It said Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins, who missed last week's game due to a hamstring injury, was not spotted practicing today ahead of Sunday's game versus the Chiefs. My bad. I got sidetracked.
No, that's all good. But I was just saying, I forgot they had Juju Watkins too. I'm like, I said Juju Watkins. Juju Smith Jr. I'm like, bro, when they threw the ball,
he dropped a touchdown too. Yeah.
I'm like, bro, they got Juju too. I'm like, yeah. It looking all right.
And not to cut you off, the thing about the Ravens, they got the most illegal procedure penalties, or I'm missing what it's called. Essentially, the tackle is covering somebody. They got so many of those. They got the most in the NFL, and there's footage of a lot of teams lining up like that, especially Juwan Morgan for the Chiefs, because that was his whole thing last year, and they barely called that on him. I ain't gonna say barely, but he had games where he got a lot of penalties, and then he had multiple games where he had none, and he lines up the exact same way. So, a lot of people feel like that's that Chiefs love shown a little bit.
But the commentators literally pointed it out when the Chiefs were doing
it. Yeah, 100%.
That's why I was saying, like, I was a little bit like, I don't want to call the refs out, but bro, like, I gotta call it both sides if you're gonna call it, because y'all was getting in the way of the game. Like literally, like I just kept calling it. So to the point where it's like, yo, man, just at this point I don't even care. Like, just let him play.
I feel you on that.
That's getting ridiculous. And I was coming here to ask you about that. Like, why was they so strict on it? Because I couldn't wrap my head around it. Like, what was going
on? If I'm being completely honest, I don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
You could say it's week 1 and it's first game of week 1, and a lot of people are, maybe they're trying to be strict on the rule. Maybe they're trying to set a precedent for how the season's gonna go. Like, you never really know, like, how that works in the ref's heads. Like, I have no idea, to be honest, because if you see one person doing it and then you see somebody else doing it, even if it looks similar, why don't you make the same call?
Exactly. Yeah.
I can't really answer that. I don't know.
I just got one last thing before we get off of them. Bro, stop showing Taylor Swift and asking questions about her. I don't care. We don't care. Good God, bro. I don't want to see her. Go ahead, though. Man.
No, I agree. We don't really give a fuck about Taylor Swift. It was cool. It was cool last year.
It wasn't though.
I mean, I understood what they was doing last year. It's the bread. It's the money. It's all the Swifties that don't like football is now going to watch football because we gonna cut to her every 5 minutes. I get it. Especially after Travis make a play. I understood it then. Now it's like, all right, bro, it's getting a little corny. We want to watch football. We've been missing football. We ain't missed Taylor Swift. We missed football.
Yeah, bro.
So
yeah.
I can agree with you there. Moving on to the Friday night game. Weird to say that. Eagles, Packers. This one was pretty good. It was pretty interesting until the end. What was the score? Eagles got the dub.
34.
Yeah, 34-29. Eagles got the dub. Jordan Love ended up getting hurt at the end of this game. About 10 seconds left. That was a little deflating for Packers fans, but They said there was no structural damage to like the MCL, the ACL. He got like a sprain. He'll be gone for a couple weeks. He'll be back. So that
I
is.
know who their backup quarterback is though. Oh, Malik. Tripping Malik.
Yes, they just got Malik, so Malik will be playing the next couple weeks. He will be probably starting the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
I think and just to touch on that real quick, I think the Packers have more than enough talent for him to be okay over there, for him to be successful over there. And Matt LaFleur is a way better offensive coach than Mike Vrabel, so I think he should be fine. I hated the situation in Tennessee for him, to be honest. Drafting him late. That's first. And then drafting Will Levis the year after and giving Will Levis the shot. And it was like, all right, Malik didn't really get the shot because the games, first of all, he's playing behind Tannehill. And then the games he did play, y'all only allowed him to throw the ball 15 or less times. So
Ryan Tannehill came out publicly to say that I'm not
mentoring him. So he was getting no help from anywhere. So, that just is what it is. Wish him the best of luck. But let's move on to the game. The Eagles. I guess I'll start.
Yes, sir.
Since everybody is talking about this Saquon Barkley thing and how I should feel because he scored touchdowns. Okay, let me say this, and it's not hating. If you give a nigga the ball 24 times, he should have 100 yards. Do you agree? If you give a nigga a ball 24 times, if he's any decent, and if the offensive line is any decent, he should have 100 yards. He got the ball 24 carries. He had 109 yards. People talking to me like he went for 230. He didn't even have a game that Jordan Mason had against the Jets. But people talking to me like he crazy. Also, the 3 touchdowns is cool. 3 touchdowns is 3 touchdowns no matter how you skate it. My rebuttal to that is last year when they're in the red zone, they didn't give the ball to DeAndre Swift. He would have had multiple 2 to 3 touchdown games. Multiple. Every time they were in the red zone last year, they did a tush push. Point blank period.
Look, I don't want to keep bringing back to this, but I totally agree with you. I had DeAndre Swift last year, robbed me mad touchdowns.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, completely the same thing. Like, I don't think this performance is indicative of him being CMC the way they want him to be. Like, him being CMC for the Eagles the way CMC is for the Niners. That is, to me, that is why they got him in the first place. That is the only reason they have him. They want him to be what CMC was to the Niners for them. I agree. And, man, I hope that if it works out for him, it works out for him. I don't have no personal dislike for Saquon Barkley, besides the fact that he picked the Eagles. And he can have a great year. I would give no fucks. I just don't want him to play good against us. That's it. Other than that, like, let's dispel all the things about me being a hater about Saquon Barkley now that he's not on my team. I don't give a fuck what he do. He can run for 2,000. We're gonna say, hey, this is a great year. But if he has 30 and 40 yards against us out of that 2,000-yard year, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna talk about, hey, he couldn't get 100 on us. I'm gonna talk about it like that. I really don't give a fuck what he do. Just being completely honest with people. Just letting that be thrown out there because I know people think I got some animosity toward the man. I really could give no fucks. But Jalen Hurts went 20 of 34, 278, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. He also had 13 rushes, 33 yards. A.J. Brown was the leading receiver with 5 catches, 119 yards, and a touchdown. Devontae Smith followed it up with 7 receptions and 84 yards. Jalen Hurts is suspect. I'm just gonna say it. I might be the first person to say it, but
no, you're not. Sad to say.
I was about to say he's suspect, and we could just leave that right there. To be honest, like it's nothing to really dig too deep into. We don't know what he is, and for us to call a lot of things flukes in the NFL season. For him having an MVP year, which really wasn't that much of an MVP year if you look at the numbers per se, that might have been a fluke. Your defense led the league with sacks. They had like 85 sacks or something like that year.
Yeah.
They had a lot of sacks, brother. You got the ball a lot.
Top 3 O-line.
Yeah. You had a lot going on. You got a lot working in your favor. Now it's on you. Now you got the weapons. You got the running back. Defense a little suspect. Your center is gone. Your Hall of Fame center is gone. So that's taking away things from you as well. It's kind of it's getting on you, bro. It's kind of on your shoulders now. You've been paid too. Like it's what you gonna do? What they say, barbecue or mildew, brother. What you gonna do? Because everything is here for you. I was told quarterbacks are supposed to alleviate some of your problems. The elite ones are supposed to alleviate some of the problems. No, everything's not going to be perfect, but you need to alleviate some of my problems. He seems like sometimes they win in spite of him. I'd say that about the Ravens. The Packers, Jordan Love, 17 to 34, 260, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Josh Jacobs, 16 yards, 16 carries, 84 yards. Receiving Jaden Reed, 4 receptions, 138 yards and a touchdown. Romeo Doubs followed it up next with 4 catches for 50 yards. The Packers, I don't know. We've talked about the Packers a lot on here and how I don't believe they are real Super Bowl contenders. Not for real. But if all their receivers going to be this good and on every day you can get a different one to give you 100+ yards, that might be a little scary. Yeah. That might be a little scary for the following year. I think unless they find ways to win, like with Malik at quarterback, because he's not Jordan Love, and that's no shade on him, but he's not Jordan Love. So if they can buckle down and win some of these games while Jordan's gone, then they might still have a chance at really contending. But I think Jordan being gone these 4 weeks might hurt, along with I think that's really it, bro. I'm starting to change my take a little bit on the Packers after seeing that one. Because Jaden Reed, I knew he was good, but I never know he can go 4 for 138. So it's like, 4 for 138 and touchdown, and he had a rushing touchdown. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, bro, they just finding ways to get certain people the ball, and it's happening. Matt LaFleur, I got a little more confidence in him after seeing that one. But I'm going to hold back a little bit because I say the Eagles' defense is suspect. I don't trust their secondary. I know I rambled a little bit, including my Saquon Barkley take.
No, it's all good.
But it's on you, brother. I apologize.
I'm glad you cleared that up because that's why I didn't text you or nothing like that about Saquon. So I was trying to save it for the pod. But I'm gonna give you some pushback with the Saquon. I'm really just happy for him. No disrespect to y'all team or nothing like that, but I'm happy he's in a contending team, better O-line, to get him those looks, those touchdown looks. I believe he had 3 of them. So he looks happy, happy to play football again, like happy to be in a winning environment, team that wants to win, that has weapons to scheme him open, that can feature him to actually the attention don't got to just be on me, it's on everybody, So I'm happy for him, looks happy. But man, another takeaway too with the secondary. I'm glad you brought that up with Green Bay. I know I'd be tagging with both teams. I don't, So Jair, once again, even though I seen he had a pick, but AJ was giving me the blues. He used to give me the blues, man. AJ was killing out there, dude. He looked like a top 5 wide receiver, dude. He was going to work, like for real. But and once again, you hit it right on the nose. Jalen Hurts, suspect, brother. You gotta be more consistent. Like, I hate his throwing motion. Why it take you so long to get the ball out your hand, bro? I hate the wind up. Like, your wind up is awful. Like, you didn't work on this? Like, goodness, brother. But yeah, man. Besides that, though, like, they look like what I expected. I expected them to win by a wider margin than they did against Green Bay, to be honest with you. But that's credit to Green Bay, man. They look like a playoff contending team, actually. They really look nice. I was impressed by Jordan Love, obviously, his accuracy. So this is what I did, right? I went to go watch Brett Favre highlights. I went to go watch Aaron Rodgers highlights, and I went to go watch Jordan Love highlights.
They're all the same person.
All the same person.
Footwork and throwing style-wise.
Yeah, like the way they get the ball out of their hands, like this is similar to each
They
other.
all
Like you
taught each
can
other.
tell exactly.
Yeah.
It's crazy to watch, but yeah, man. Green Bay look good. Happy for Josh Jacobs. Happy for to see where to see that he's with the team that can actually get you to the playoffs. you know, no disrespect to us, but come on, we call it spade a spade. Their receivers look good, dude. I was impressed by the receivers, like you just said, man. The accuracy, the way Jordan Love was getting them open, you see the chemistry and the connection. So it's unfortunate to see him go down, especially this early in the season. But if he was to go down, obviously it's unfortunate. But I'm glad it is early in the season, so we can come back. Probably what he said, like week 7, week 8. They were saying trying to target him coming
Mm-hmm.
back. So yeah, man. Great game. And one thing the NFL has to do better at, please, please, please get better turf. I understand that they were playing on a soccer field and you guys experimenting and stuff like that, but you guys are costing teams potential seasons, man. This is getting ridiculous out here, bro. You
Yeah.
can't people keep sliding left and right. It's ridiculous, man. So I need to get it together quick. But other than that, man, happy football's back, and even if it's on a Friday night, I don't care. Put it on Friday night. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, man. I had to do a lot of rewatching these games. I will say that. I'll be at work. So
Yeah, I understand.
I do be having to catch the end of the game and then go right back and watch the whole thing over. And go watch the whole thing over.
That's why they need to subscribe, man. So they
Yeah.
can watch it on time.
Yeah, man. So I ain't gotta go to work and I can be here watching the games and I can get y'all up to date, you know what I'm saying? Up to date information. We might even watch the lives together, man. We might watch the game together, man. Y'all gotta show us some love so we can continue to show y'all some love. And since we brought just in case y'all forgot how to do it, how to
Yes, sir.
make this our job, just in case y'all forgot,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me. So let me ask you a question, right? So I know that you said you don't really got no like beef with Saquon or nothing like that. You don't feel no type of way. But if he continues this year and continues to let's say he wins the Super Bowl. Let's say the Eagles just win. Do you look at the management a little different? We can take out the Giants, but do you look at that a little different?
No.
That's all I want to know. All right, we can move on.
I told y'all, and I'll just explain that real quick. I told y'all that last time. We didn't have what we needed for him to succeed anyway. He plays running back.
Yeah,
a lot of things have to work for running backs to, you know what I mean?
That's true.
Like a lot of things have to work in their favor for them to constantly be that good. Unless you see like Barry Sanders, like nigga, I got ducked 7 tackles and then get ghosts, and he retired early. Like that, you know what I mean? Like a lot of things got to go right for them, and we didn't have that type of situation for them. So
I just seen
if
the
they
people
win,
with
they
this.
win.
So
Yeah, if they win, they win. I feel like everybody that's overreacting to it is really just casuals. Nigga, popularity with players change back and forth. Like the locker room was flooded before the first game for Malik Neighbors. Like, nigga, we got a new superstar. We got a new person for jersey sales. That's pretty that simple. Moving on to Monday night. I don't. You know what? That's out of order. Let's go to Sunday. Favorite games for Sunday.
Favorite games from Sunday. I can tell you what I was more impressed with.
Go ahead. However you feel it. Favorite games from Sunday. What you liked the most? What you learned? What?
And I know we got a few topics. The Saints, I was very impressed with. Well, even though they're playing against a terrible team, they're awesome.
Okay.
I thought they were gonna fix a little bit of problems on the offseason. They fixed absolutely nothing at all. But I was surprised to see the Saints winning by that margin. Has me excited to see them next week. My favorite games, we were talking about favorite games, was that Texans and Colts game. That was my favorite game. Let's say following after that will probably be the Steelers and Falcons game. And then it was a lot of good games, man. That Dolphins and Jaguars game came to the wire.
That was a good one.
Yeah. I love the because second team's the Bears. They about to be the first team looking like how we look. But
I'm
man,
glad you brought them up.
Caleb had a little bit of struggles during that game. I wouldn't put too much stock in it. It's his first game. But the defense held him down. Defense held him down, which was good to see. The Titans look awful. They look awful. I thought they were going to be better than what they were. Calvin, I don't know how many times he wasn't targeted. I'm like, yo, like, I can't scheme Calvin open. Y'all can't scheme DeAndre Hopkins open. I can't use Tony Pollard more than what you guys are doing. So I was a little disappointed seeing them because I thought they were going to look better than what they did. Let's see. The Bills and Cardinals. Cardinals look better than what I thought they were going to look. Very surprised by them. The Bills look kind of. They look like they didn't really skip a beat, but you could tell something's missing there. But other than that, though, man, that Falcons and Steelers game, I was surprised. Justin Fields did his thing. Man.
You think so?
He competed, man. He competed. That's the only thing you can ask for, especially what's going on with the quarterback situation in there. And in that quarterback room, you got a vet that they're basically trying to hand the keys to because of his past resume. You know what I mean? So for him to make a statement and get the W against a good Falcons team who's supposed to be good on paper, you know what I mean? So I'm happy to see him succeed for that game. And I'm disappointed in the Browns, man. But disappointed in the Browns. Deshaun Watson. I don't even know what to say on him, man.
They said, I saw a tweet. They said Deshaun Watson died in a massage table. Somebody else is playing.
For real though, like I don't know what's going on, my guy. Baker looked better than him. Like,
no, shake and bake looking good.
Yeah, he looked, and that goes to show you that I don't want to say maybe it was too. I don't want to just say it was the organization's fault, but they put so much pressure on him they didn't develop him. That's why I like Jordan Love so much, because they took the time to actually develop him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They developed that quarterback. And to end it, I'll let you go after this, but that Rams and Lions game also a shining moment on Sunday. But go ahead, though, man.
Yeah, I'd say the first game of the week, which is Thursday, and the last game on Sunday were the best games for sure. For sure. So that Lions Rams game and that Ravens Chiefs games were by far the best games to me. Some takeaways from Sunday. I like a lot of the things you were saying. The Saints thing kind of surprised me. I thought they were just bullying. I ain't gonna lie. We'll find out. I will personally find out in a few weeks whether or not they was bullying or not, because we play the Carolina Panthers and we are almost just as bad.
We'll find out next week. They play the Colts. This week, play the Colts.
Yeah. So, I meant find out how bad Carolina is. Were they really being bullied, or are they really that good?
Okay.
So it's just like we got an even test coming up, because my team is really bad too. So we gotta see. We put up a lot of points on them. No, they're bad. You know what I mean? Let's see what else. I'm gonna save my team for the end at our Wow and Out Wednesdays. I'm gonna say that. So I'm gonna move on from that. The Patriots beating the Bengals was a very surprising thing to me. Slightly surprising. T. Higgins didn't play, as well as Jamar Chase is playing, and I even talked to Joe about this. He's not playing for real. He's playing so he doesn't owe you guys any money. But I doubt he's giving his best effort. I'm just putting that out there. I strongly doubt he's giving his best effort, and they're going to continue to lose until he pays them. Also, I don't know if Joe Burrow's healthy.
Yeah, everybody was talking about that.
Not worried about him moving the wrist, but I saw him pick up a water bottle, and he had to use his other hand. Yeah, he had to use his other hand, and it's like, wait, what? He literally picked it up like this, and then he went to drink it, and it's about to slip out his hand. He had to grab it with his other hand. So it's like, I don't like the way that looks. Why did you rush yourself back? Like, I don't get it. I know everybody wants to play football, but I don't really get it, bro. You're not putting yourself in a great situation. Steelers Falcons was a good game. I really, really, really need to talk to some Falcons fans, like the diehards. I need to talk to them. I ain't gonna lie.
I almost commented on Blake post. I seen his post. I said, "Hey."
Hey, Blake is always like that. He's like that every game, every year before week 1. That is him. He lit. I gotta have him on here one day, and I think it might be next. Hey, y'all tapping in the comments. Y'all want Blake in this bitch next week?
My brother, a Falcons fan. I told him, I said, bro, y'all just signed Matt Ryan in his last year. When what Matt Ryan was in his last year, you just signed Kirk Cousins. That's how he looks. That's exactly how he looks. He looked awful.
No, he did look awful, and I do think that was more of a rust thing. He ain't played in a while. I know the Steelers defense is good. I mean, if you're gonna say Caleb, this is his first game, and I can say Kirk Cousins has never looked that bad, and it's his first game off an Achilles.
You say
he's never looked that bad? That bad? No, he's never looked that bad.
I've seen Kirk look horrible before.
No, not like that. That was awful. That was bad.
Okay, all right.
In my opinion, that was really bad.
It was
16 to 26, 155, a pick, a touchdown, and 2 picks.
You know how I know it was awful? Because I have Drake London.
Oh yeah, I don't know why you did that.
I have Drake.
I don't know why you did that.
I thought that connection was about to be beautiful. I'm watching it. I'm flipping.
Blake told me the same thing. He said, and we still got time, but he said Kirk Cousins is gonna make Drake London like a top 10, top 12 receiver. I said,
I thought he was too.
Kirk Cousins is not even a stuff him out type of guy. Maybe if he had Matt Stafford, yeah. Kirk Cousins is not a stuff him out type of guy, bro. He's not. Oh, you just had 4 catches. I'm finna throw you 4 more passes. No, that's Matt Stafford. Kirk Cousins says, hey, that is where he's like Matt Ryan to me. Hey, you get 2, you get 3, you get 2, you get 4, you get 5. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody gets some of this love, and sometimes it got to be no nigga. One person got to eat.
Exactly.
Literally. One person got to eat enough to feed us all, nigga.
I didn't even know who that Cloud dude was.
Ray.
Yeah,
Ray McLeod. He's more of a special teams guy.
I didn't even know who bro was. He was making him look like Dalvin Cook. I'm like,
he's a former 49er. He's really a special teams player.
Shout out to him because he was balling.
Kurt don't care who you throw the ball to. Sometimes it matters who you throw the ball to. The Bills Cardinals was very interesting. The Bills made that comeback. That definitely tells me how bad the Cardinals are. I don't think that's a testament to the Bills. I think that's a discredit to the Cardinals. I'm just being honest.
I thought that was going to be worse.
You're right. But I think I think I told y'all this about the Cardinals. Like, I think their offense will always kind of be semi-steady. Kyler's always going to find a way to make plays. The run game is always pretty good. And now you got Marvin Harrison, who actually only had 1 catch for 4 receptions. Yeah. But 1 catch for 4 yards. But but he attracts so much attention that it allows other guys to be open. I know Trey McBride, I have a good one. Who else the other receiver is? What is it? Rondell Moore. Yeah. Greg Dortch. Like things of that nature. Like Greg Dortch went 6 for 47. Trey McBride had 5 for 30. Like it's gonna be ways for them to get into the end zone. I just think they real bad, regardless. They're just so bad, bro. They're just so bad.
I agree.
And this is gonna be a shocker for me. This is gonna be the last one before we move on that I got. Might I say that I am impressed with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Division rival. I hate them with my soul. My mama a Cowboys fan. We don't speak on certain days.
Oh man.
It is just I can't hate. This take right here should let you know I'm completely unbiased with 95% of my takes. I can't hate on it. Dak didn't do nothing spectacular, but he didn't do nothing wrong. And playing against that Cleveland defense, they just waiting on you to make a mistake. But I more so mean, I got you. I'll let you go. But to me, it was the whole team effort. It wasn't like a Dak thing. Dak did his job, didn't turn the ball over, kept things flowing, moving the ball. Defense, Michael Parsons was getting after it. Special teams, you even had Turpin return a kick. Like in every facet of the game, They outcoached Stefanski.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy definitely outcoached Stefanski. Like, it was from every facet of the game to me.
McCarthy know that job on the line, boy.
Yeah, but like, and Leslie Frazier, isn't it Leslie Frazier? Or might be Leslie Frazier, I think. No. I think it's the white guy. Let me fact check real quick. But whoever's running that defense over there in Dallas did a hell of a job. CD and Dak was looking like they hadn't missed a beat.
CD said, "I need that." You see, Dak got paid.
Dak got paid that morning. That's a lot of pressure. Mike Zimmer. Sorry, there we go. Not Leslie Frazier. Mark Zimmer.
It ain't for
Mike
me. My stress is gone now. You know what I'm saying? My stress gone. I'm playing.
I was about to say, for me too. I ain't gonna lie. I was when they did it. I was kind of figuring it would have happened, but I was also like, cool. Now my team don't even have this as an option.
Yeah,
my team has no option to even think about you.
Man,
and giving you $60 million and calling the rest of my team trash. I don't look. We ain't got to worry about that this year.
The Raiders had Dak. I'm telling you, if he would have left, he would have came straight to us because we would have paid.
I feel you in the midst, man. I'm telling you, he was especially as bad as we looked on Sunday. It's definitely it was there. It was there.
I'm more so. I'm not. I agree with you. I'm not impressed with the Cowboys because they do this. They're expected to do this, but I understand with the Browns. I'm more so disappointed in the Browns' offense. That's my takeaway from this game. I'm so disappointed in Deshaun Watson that it looked this bad, like to where I'm like, yo, like you had your defense out there getting cooked because y'all couldn't get it together. You know what I mean? And they didn't have Nick Chubb. I get it. That's another distraction. But it's like, bro, y'all, Deshaun Watson look awful, man. Just terrible.
Is that really surprising to you?
It is. It is surprising to me.
I mean, he's been awful for a little bit, is what I'm saying.
Not this bad. To where
like Deshaun Watson has been bad, and it might be because you don't see him often. He's played 12 games in the last 4 years. This makes 13. He's played 13 games since 2020. So you may not see him often, but the non-often times that he is on the floor, on the field.
I think Joe Flacco did. Old ass Joe Flacco did better than this. It's just
absolutely.
Nigga look like Russell Wilson. Yeah, it's time to hang the cleats up, G. It's time. Or be a backup. This look awful. They need to see what James is talking about.
They might tell you, hey, they do.
Well, my boy, I think he. Hey,
they do.
I don't want to disrespect James, but he a fool. But if this gonna look like this, put James in the game. I was more so disappointed in the Browns' offense and more than I was impressed with the whole Cowboys.
But this is what I mean. I just looked up the numbers. So he didn't play in 2021. 2022, he had 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. In 2023, he had 1,100 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. Yeah. And Sunday, he had 169 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 picks.
Yeah,
all of these are sub 85 quarterback ratings too. Like below 85 quarterback ratings.
Yeah, like I said, what impressed me the most was because I'm off them. The Browns are awful, and yeah, I'm off them. But that Rams and Lions game was a good game. I hate the fact that when somebody scores, you don't give a chance to rebuttal. I hate that. I hate it. They scored. It's because the Lions, because you can see, because the Lions, what I love about them is they're aggressive. They're aggressive. I love teams that are aggressive. That even though I hate Sean Payton, but he was something somebody I respected. He's going to be aggressive the whole game, and I love that, man. That game was a good game because I felt like whoever had the ball was going to score. Whoever got it was going to score. So it was a good game, man. And one more thing before we get off the subject. I want to shed light on that Texans and Colts game. That really was a good game. Especially Richardson, how everybody was talking about him before going into this year. They were like, he didn't look good. He didn't do center third. He look all right. He look all right to me.
That's what you got from that?
Shit, he look all right to me.
Yeah, I got very hit or miss from that.
I watched that game. He look all right. He look that bad.
Talk about him falling down, throwing the ball 60 yards. I get it. I 100% get it.
But see, that's the thing though. Like he was going against a good defense. The Texans were going against a good defense, and especially I was impressed with CJ as well, because him and Zaire got like a little friction. You know what I'm saying? So going into this year, they're all like week one. We're gonna see week one. We're gonna see week one, and for them to come out with the dub, it seemed like this game meant something.
I want to go back to Anthony Richardson. He completed 9 passes.
Yeah, but you gotta think when he threw for 2 touchdowns, right?
Yep, 9 passes, 212, and 2 touchdowns.
And
That is
and lost by 2.
100% hit or miss to me. That's 100%
Lost by
hit or miss to me. You're gonna throw a bomb, and we're gonna score, or you're not gonna complete a pass.
Yeah.
Like it's literally hit or miss to me.
Hey.
Like it ain't.
Hey.
The nigga completed 9 passes, no matter how special 3 of them were.
He looked better than Deshaun Watson.
I feel you. I feel you. Some teams will take hit or miss, but I'm still not putting him in that I'm scared of him category yet because he can't complete.
No, not
more
scared
than
of him.
9. Like, come on, bro. I know it's
not
more.
scared
I know
of
it's
him.
more available than that. I knew it was you went 9 to 19, bro. I know it was more available than that.
Yeah.
I know for a fact it was more available than that on the floor. I mean on the field. It ain't.
Yeah.
Ain't even nothing for me to discuss.
And it's just so many games that went on that I really want to. I know we limited with time, but it's just the Bengals look like a shit show. To just touch on them again, they look like they don't their organization. They can't get like a grasp on everything. There's just too many problems going on. So
that's because they don't want to spend no money. That's because they don't want to spend no money. You spend some money, you got
and it's showing.
You got a happy camper over there. T don't want to play for real. He's worried about next year. He's on a franchise tag, which means all of his money is guaranteed, regardless if he plays or not. Yeah. He just can't sit out games. So, my hamstring hurt. My back tight. My shoulder. I can't. Yeah.
Oh, and another thing too. I swear I'm about to get off the subject, but Mike Evans too. Oh, giving that secondary the blues. Oh my gosh.
Mike Evans looked like we should never question him about being a Hall of Famer again.
He's the
that's what he looked like.
Bro, did you see that catch he had in the end zone? Like,
yeah,
adjusted his body.
I think he's also 6'5". Like he's huge, doing shit like that. Like he's huge, making limber movements like that.
Yeah, but we can move on though, man.
Sunday was great. Monday was supposed to be even better, where we had 49ers and Jets. NFC champion versus the potential who a lot of people think are going to be in the AFC championship, the Jets. Rodgers' first game back. He played the full game, you guys. Rodgers' first game back. Yeah, man, how you feel about it? The 49ers really whooped their ass. I don't really got too much to say about that. 49ers whooped their ass 32-19. The Jets only had one good drive. They had one good drive where they looked like a good offense. But that might be the best drive they've had in 5 years. So they might take more out of that than they do out of anything. Like this might be the most positive loss for them in a very, very long time. I will say this is Aaron Rodgers' 24th straight game without throwing for 300 yards. Everybody else we would have said something about that. But just saying. So he went 13-21, 167, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Breece Hall went 16, 54 yards and a touchdown. Alan Lazard led the game with 6 catches, 89 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Garrett Wilson followed up 6 catches, 60 yards. How you feeling about these Jets? We'll take this one by one. I feel like this is a loaded subject.
It's a very lopsided game. Disappointing the Jets defense more than anything. I know the 49ers have so many weapons, but I thought the Jets defense were better than what they showed and how they played on Monday night. Breece Hall didn't really look that great. The only thing that the Jets looked great at was like their first drive. Their first drive was like the best drive they had the whole game. Like, so I'm like, yo, like, yeah, I mean that touchdown drive. So I'm like, that's probably like
drive. I think they had a drop, then a fumble.
Yeah, that's the best they looked the whole time. don't want to say it yet, but Aaron's starting to alarm me. Like it seems like Father Time is catching up with you. Like it's catching up with him, and it didn't really look good, man. They didn't look good at all. They look good at all. So really, what I'm taking away is BTA. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
For my viewers, yeah, there you go. So I was about to say for my viewers that don't understand that is belt the ass. Yes, sir.
Yeah, like it's simple.
B2A, you know what I'm saying? B2K back in the day, but B2A nowadays, nigga.
Yeah, it's belt the ass, man. They got their ass. Garrett Wilson said it best.
Yeah, no, they whooped y'all ass. That's all that kind of happened. Yeah, I'm worried about their defensive front. No pass rush. Hassan Reddick, like, hey,
you need to get
hey,
give me that dough. You know
hey, y'all see what's going on? I'm finna kick my feet up real quick. Y'all niggas look like y'all need some help.
You know what I'm saying? Give me that dough.
Can you help me, nigga?
Yeah,
you know what
I'm
saying? That's 100% what he over there chilling, looking like Hassan Reddick. But I think that run defense of the Jets is, I think, and I will say it's the 49ers. They know how to scheme run concepts. Shanahan, they gonna do what they gonna do.
Yeah.
But that was awful.
Yeah.
That was awful. That was piss poor. That was
I agree.
That was just awful, bro. No pass rush made Purdy look great. Purdy looked actually really good. I'm impressed by him. I ain't gonna lie. Purdy looked good. He was down in Avenger and he still looked good. I'm with it. Shout out Jordan Mason, man. Stop asking that man when he was gonna start trying to cause trouble in his locker room. That man is an undrafted free agent that just had 28 carries, 147 yards, and a touchdown. Leave that man alone.
For real.
That man the fuck alone. So what? So what? It don't matter if he knew he was starting when they was in warm-ups. Yeah, it don't matter if they knew he was starting in warm-ups. It don't matter if they knew he was starting 3 weeks ago.
Because as soon as Christian McCaffrey come back, all this is gonna cease.
He's back on the bench. Or he might be splitting carries. This could get this man a job somewhere else, and y'all worried about some other shit. Talking about his trying to make locker room controversy. Like, come on, bro. Let this man enjoy his night.
Exactly, man. So
that's a terrible fucking question. Don't ask the man when he knew he was gonna start. It don't matter. It don't matter. I anytime somebody asks you that from now on, bro. Anytime anybody asks you a dumbass question, just answer it in a dumbass way.
Yeah, bro.
When did you know you were starting? Before I got the first carry?
No, exactly.
In the huddle, when they said the first play going to me. Like, what? What the fuck are we talking about, bro?
And I also see why they paid Trent that money.
Oh yeah. No. That should never even have been a question.
Boy.
Trent was always gonna get paid. I think they wanted to handle the other stuff first. You know what I mean? Get it out the way. But I think Trent was always gonna get paid. They wanted to get that out the way, see how much money we got left, see what we got to finagle, what we got to move around to get you what you need. But he was never ever going anywhere. I think, like I said, their problems are gonna come in the offseason when you got to pay Purdy. You got 4 starting corners that need to be paid. Ufunga, Dre Greenlaw. You know what I mean? Your whole defense needs to be paid along with your quarterback, who Dak just set the bar at 60. And Purdy's made a Super Bowl and an NFC and two NFC championship games.
Yeah, and if they get anywhere close again, he breaking that bank.
You know what I mean? He getting 65 at minimum, 7. It might be 70 depending on how these contracts start to work out. So unless he's one of those guys that's like, I'm gonna take a little bit less to keep a few people. Maybe he's one of those guys we have yet to know. But if I went to Iowa fucking State and I was the last pick of the draft and I made a Super Bowl and all of that, when it's time for me to get paid, nigga, you better cut the check. Nigga, it better be some extra zeros on it.
After I see how Brandon acted, after I see how Debo acted like 2 years ago, after I see how Trent acted, man, you better run me my money.
And I'm the one giving these niggas the ball. Yeah, come on now. Come on with the fuck shit. Come on with the fuck shit. You feel me?
Even though I don't think Brock like that, but give me my dough. You know
I think he's good. I think I've moved him from he's only as good as the weapons around him to he's pretty good. I've definitely moved him up a tier to like, oh no, he's pretty good. He's serviceable for sure.
I agree with that. Go ahead, my fault.
No, I'm done.
No, I agree with that because if he continues to play the way he's playing, he's deserving of that money. You know what I'm saying? And my resume, like you just said, Dak has been in the league what 8, 9 years. I want to say maybe like 8 or 9.
It's I think this is year 9 because in 8 years they 2-6, the 2-6 playoffs. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
so
it's
like look what he's
got 2
done in a
playoff
short
runs.
amount of time with
Yeah.
the weapons and stuff like that he has. I get it, but he's owed that dough. So yeah, man, give him his money, man.
And like the reason I'm more so impressed, Debo was playing out of position. So like Debo's playing majority running back this game. You don't have CMC. You got a UDFA at running back. Brandon Ayuk wasn't playing well. He was dropping passes.
Yeah.
All your
that dope.
Avengers, you know what I'm saying? All your Avengers gone, except like you got your Trent, you got your tackle, and you got George. But it's like, how many teams got a tackle and a tight end, and we like, he still ain't get it done. He needs some, you know what I mean?
But
So
also
that's why I'm a little more impressed. Is why I
running back came out of nowhere though. Niggas,
and I think we'll see, but off rip, I think that's more of a scheme thing. That's more of a. I mean, he got to see the holes, he got to hit the holes, but I think that's more of a scheme blocking thing. The Shanahan, I feel like with the Shanahans, everybody's done great in their run system. Yeah. CMC now Jordan Mason, Elijah Mitchell back in the day, like Matt Breida, Raheem Mostert, you know what I'm saying? And like it's always guys that they put in this system. If you got some speed, some athleticism, maybe just some power, whatever you're good at, we gonna accentuate that and we gonna get you in the best position.
And since we talking about running backs and talking about the 49ers, shout out to my boy Frank Gore, man. Shout out Frank Gore, man. Legend. Got inducted to 49ers Hall of Fame.
Oh, there you go. I was about to say, why the fuck we mentioned Frank Gore? Shout out Frank Gore, though. Shout out Frank Gore, though.
Shout out Frank Gore, man. Shout out Frank Gore. That was dope to see, man. That was dope to see.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Moving on, man. First game of week 2 starts tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Which games are you kind of? And I'll start to pull them up right now. Which games are you kind of looking forward to? The Bills and the Dolphins are tomorrow at 8:15. You got. I'm trying to look at some of these other interesting games. You kind of like the Colts a little bit. They play the Packers. Well, no Jordan Love. Jets, Titans. Oh, the Bucks, Lions might be a good one. A rematch of the divisionals last year.
That's the one I want to see.
I mean, a rematch of the playoffs last year.
I want to see the. I would love to see the Saints and Cowboys because I want to see if the Saints were.
They really like that.
Yeah, I just want to see if it was a fluke or if Derek Carr really got it together because he was talking because he always talk when he up. Derek always talk when he up.
Front running for sure.
You know what I mean? So I just want to see if it was a fluke or if they really like because even if it's a competitive game, I'll be more impressed with them. You know what I'm saying? Getting blown out. You know, because you just blew the Panthers out this week, and if you get blown out by the Cowboys the next week, then now I know what type of team y'all are, and I don't have to put too much stock into y'all. So now I want to see that Bears and Texans game too. That's gonna be the Sunday night.
Just mention that. That's a beautiful Sunday night game.
Mm-hmm. And I'm interested to see that Falcons and Eagles game too, man.
Me too. Those are the ones I was gonna go to.
So yeah, man. So right now Saints and Cowboys, the Bucks and Lions, Bears and Texans, and Falcons and Eagles. I'm most excited for.
I think I'll replace.
I'm tripping. The Bills and Dolphins. I'm tripping. I want to see
that should be semi interesting.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, that. I don't know how I feel about that one yet.
It's gonna be a high game.
I don't know because it's a divisional game. That's why I said. That's what I was just going to say. Divisional game. It might not be all, you know what I'm saying, shits and giggles the way we think it's going to be. 40 points to 37, and might not be as high paced, exciting as we think.
I think it should be high scoring. I predict the high scoring game.
Yeah, you could be right.
At the Dolphins' house too. So yeah, it's gonna be hot.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot. You know, they have nothing to worry about. I was arguing with some Dolphins fans earlier. My cousin and homies in the group chat. They are Dolphins fans, and they just woke up on nuts for some reason today. So I had to simmer that down a little bit.
No, I feel that.
Let them know they closer to Dan Marino being in the grave than them winning the Super Bowl. But
can we do the games that I'm not looking forward to?
Sure. Sure. I think it's a lot of games over here I'm not really looking forward to.
Giants and Commanders, no disrespect to y'all, that's ugly. I'm not trying to watch.
I'm kind of looking forward to that only because I want to see Jaden Daniels. No, I want to see Jaden Daniels play.
Yeah, but
like a full game. I saw some of it. I want to see a full game. That's it. That's the only reason. I don't really care about what happens, to be honest. I've turned the page on that.
I can care less about that Browns and Jaguars game. Don't care about the Chargers and Panthers game like that. I kind of want to. I know it's supposed to be ugly what I'm about to say, but it's okay. I want to see this. I want to see the Seahawks and Patriots game. I want to actually see that. I think I'll watch that game.
That's disgusting.
I know that's nasty, but I'll watch it.
I don't want to watch that the 49ers Vikings. That just seems like a setup.
Yeah,
it seems like the Vikings are real high off the win they just got. The 49ers like, oh, these niggas still trash. We finna go smoke these niggas, and then that's what's gonna happen.
Shout out to Justin. He one of them receivers. He one of them DeAndre Hopkins. Who else?
He quarterback proof.
Yeah, like it don't matter who is back there, just throw the ball, and I'm gonna get it. It don't matter. Just throw the ball. But I might be tripping. I might want to watch that Jets and Titans game too. I forgot about that.
Not really. Will Levis is a bigger, slower Daniel Jones that actually throw the deep ball, but he can't do none of the underneath shit.
I just want to see the Jets get it together. That's what I'm looking forward to.
No, the Jets should definitely win that game.
I would have said the Colts and Packers if Jordan Love didn't get hurt, but
right,
he got hurt. So the Bengals and Chiefs. Oh shit!
I'm not too excited about that no more. No, Lamar is gonna be on what he on, in my opinion. T. Higgins probably won't play again. If I'm him, if there's any like questionability in my ability to play, I'm not playing. Like if it's like, I feel like 80%, I'm not playing.
The most entertaining to me, because I take a lot of things serious, but this I won't be taking serious. If they say Russell Wilson is starting next week, I will be tuned in. I will be tuned in to see him. So I'll be tuned into the shit show.
Shit, Justin Fields ain't do no better. I don't know.
At least
you said he did better. Yeah, they won the game. I don't know. I think that's more of Kirk Cousins playing bad and the Falcons not playing as well on offense.
If Bo Nix comes in there and into Denver, and if Bo Nix goes into Denver and he beats Russell Wilson, like and John just only beats him. If he like cooks Russ in them, oh Lord.
And that's kind of the funny thing. Somebody mentioned that like if Russ don't play, that's gonna be so hard for him to like handle. If he don't start. Well, if you don't play, because it's like the niggas that essentially said, hey, we're going to pay you. We're going to pay you not to be on our team. Like you're going to play them in the last place you played and you got an earpiece in instead of a helmet on. Like, that might be a little tough for him to handle. I ain't going to hold you on that one.
It is what it
might
is.
Be a little rough.
It is what it is, brother. I don't want to disrespect Russ, but it's like, I can't. It's like certain people. It's like you were a true product of what. Like I'm saying, like you had so many people around you on your team. That's why you were this successful, in my opinion. Like, I'm not saying you didn't have to throw the ball. Not saying you didn't have attributes, but your career, the way it is because of the people that were around your team. So,
and if it wasn't, you ain't proved us wrong yet. So
literally,
if it wasn't, you ain't proved us wrong yet.
You see what the greatest quarterback of all time did? Belichick who? I need a who? I need a Bill? Come on. Nigga don't even wear sleeves. Go ahead.
I feel you on that. We finna get into the Wild Out Wednesday segment, but before just gotta remind some people, with some new people in here, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Y'all can always hit the comments. Y'all hit the comments. I'm gonna throw them on the screen and we're gonna talk about it a little bit, but that's just a reminder for y'all. If y'all really fuck with us, y'all want us to stop working, y'all gotta run them subscribers up. Y'all gotta turn on them post notifications so y'all know when we go live. We are live every Wednesday. Every Wednesday. Yeah. Today we got a little late start. It's usually 12 o'clock, so Wednesday at 12 o'clock, but today it was 1:30. I had some things to handle. I usually keep y'all abreast. Follow me on all social medias at Unofficially Retired. Excuse me. On Twitter, it's Officially Retired. Uno Retired Pod. There we go. UNO Retired Pod on Twitter or X or whatever you call it. Unofficially retired on everything else. Unofficially Retired Podcast on YouTube. Obviously, you know that because you're here. Just make sure you subscribe, man. So my favorite segment that we do every single Wednesday is the WOW segment, and WOW stands for Wild Out Wednesday. It's however you feeling this Wednesday about the football season. We finally got a full week of real football, all starters all the time. No preseason, no subbing out at second quarter, no subbing out after a drive. Nigga, it's make or break every single week because it's only 17 weeks and these shits count.
Yep.
So I'm gonna let you begin because I think I got a little bit of a baby soapbox to go on. So your Wild Out Wednesday, I kind of changed it to this week though. For my guys in here, what are you mad about Wednesday? Because I'm very, very mad this Wednesday, and I've been holding it together. So you can either go wow or what are you mad at?
I already told you what I'm mad at. Told you that Deshaun Watson. I told you what I'm mad at. Deshaun Watson, bro. You are, bro. I don't know what I thought in my head. Like, I don't know what like, I don't know what do we call it? What type of what I envisioned? Maybe I envisioned the Texans, Deshaun Watson, but I didn't expect you to be this awful. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. I didn't expect you to be this awful. So I'm gonna say it once again. Get it together. You know what I'm saying? Please get it together. You are awful, brother. You're playing terrible right now. That's all I have to say about that subject.
That's your motivational tactic, nigga.
Bro, you are playing awful. They're paying you mad money to play like this. Joe, the reason why I'm getting so mad because I seen Joe Flacco do better than you. Joe Flacco.
In the same offense, for sure.
Like, it would be different if I didn't see Joe Flacco. I seen Joe Flacco, though.
Hey, Joe Flacco is one of, like, only 7. I know I came on here one day and said that one of only, like, 7 quarterbacks in the NFL currently that's over 500 in the playoffs. Bro, so that should speak on a lot of the quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I've seen Joe Flacco do not exactly. I've seen Joe Flacco do better than what you're displaying right now. And you're supposed to be better than him. And we're paying you all. Well, I'm not a Browns fan, but if I was the Browns, it seems like we get the short end of the stick on whoever we bring in here. And you're adding on to that. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're not doing good. And it's not like you don't have weapons around you. Granted, Nick Chubb is not there. You're going to have Nick Chubb back. Yeah, even know how I feel about Jerry Jeudy. You have Jerry Jeudy, and you have Amari Cooper. Mm-hmm. So you have these people, and you have
David Njoku. He just got hurt, but he has him too.
And Njoku. I'm like, bro, and your defense is good, but your defense can't display how good they are because you're keeping them on the field. You know what I'm saying? Give them rest. So Deshaun Watson, get it together, nigga, or your ass is about to nigga be released soon, nigga. Get it together. Go ahead.
I feel it, and I can't be mad at it. Yeah, somebody, like I said earlier, somebody said Deshaun Watson died on that massage table.
Man,
somebody else is cosplaying as him right now, so I can't really argue with that. All right, so mine is not a wow. It's what I'm mad about. What I'm mad about Wednesday. I'm mad at me. I'm mad at me for allowing the New York Giants and Daniel Jones to trick me. Not really even trick me. Well, let me not say trick me. But for them doing everything the way they did, for me to feel like, for me to just continue giving him excuses. Like, I've been sitting up here damn near excusing his play for the longest. And motherfucker, this is how you repay me? This? What we saw on Sunday, you had 55 yards at halftime. And granted, Caleb only had 93 yards the whole game. But every pass that he threw wasn't in the fucking dirt. I'm not gonna lie. I watched it, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And I was gonna put so many clips. I was gonna put so many clips in here, but you know, I got some phone calls about people saying, "Hey, we don't always want to hear about the Giants." But you know what? I don't give a fuck right now. Tune out if you want to. I don't give a damn. I'm going on my soapbox. I watched a whole all 22 last night. It was 3 a.m. I watched the all 22 film of the game. Mm-hmm. This motherfucker is the most skittish, scared, seeing ghosts quarterback I've ever seen in my life.
You gotta fill me in too. I didn't watch the game.
Oh.
You gotta fill me in. I just heard about it. I've seen a couple of highlights.
Well, he was playing. He was down there playing kickball with the football. As many times as it hit the dirt before it hit somebody else. Hey, I'm talking about crossing routes, hit the dirt. Curl routes, hit the dirt. Standing here inside the zone, I found a spot in the zone in the dirt. 3rd and 5, we got a drag route coming underneath, tight end, 4 yards of separation with the linebacker. I throw it behind him. Where does it hit? In the dirt. You know what my offensive line was ranked this week? Out of all 32 teams that played? 10. They were 10 in the entire league this Sunday.
Not their fault.
It's definitely not their fault. You know what I'm saying? There were 5 sacks in the game. You know how many of them were attributed to the offensive line? 1. There were 12 hurries in the game. You know how many were attributed to the offensive line? 5. So you know what that means? 7 of them were on my quarterback. Like, I don't. And like, so maybe this is what people always saw when they saw him play. And I actually watched him all the time. So I know this is not what he does all the time. But I'm more so upset at the fact that I came on here slightly defending this nigga. And this is what he does.
It's okay.
This is what he goes out and do against the Minnesota Vikings. This may be worse than the 40-0 last year against the Dallas Cowboys. And I say that because in that game, what could go wrong did go wrong. My starting left tackle tore his hamstring to shreds. He was gone for 6 weeks. He's an all-pro. That makes sense. Not also including Dallas is just flat out more talented than this. They're supposed to win that game. That's 2. They also got a block punt. They got a pick. They got everything that could go wrong went wrong that game. It was just like, hey, bro, I ain't going to be too mad at this. It is what it is. But, nigga, that fucking Minnesota Vikings game, he's skittish, bro. I'm talking about, you know what else? It's not. It's also not.
I think it's through, bro.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to get to that. It's not also just my offensive line was ranked 10. Guess my receivers were ranked in average yards of separation in the entire league. 4th.
4. Tough.
4th.
Yeah.
Now, granted, there were some bad play calls, so there were a few bad play calls, not enough to change the game. Now, he did throw another pick 6 in this game. That was not on him. I will 100% say that was not on him.
Got batted around?
No. So dumb. Okay, so we ran a trips formation with one wide receiver spread out to the sideline. So trips and then one wide receiver. We motioned the wide receiver in. Guess who the wide receiver is? Fucking Wan'Dale Robinson, 5'8", slot receiver. We motion him behind the 3 people. Who doesn't know that a wide receiver screen is coming? Who don't know that?
Yeah.
So that's all Andrew Van Ginkel said. He said, bro, I saw him motion behind the 3 wide receivers, and I said, oh, yeah, they're throwing the screen pass. Yeah, he plays the end, so I didn't rush. Hey, bro, I just sat here. He threw it to me.
Damn.
But that's not his fault. That is literally the only play in the NFL that everybody runs the same way. Like, this is a catch and release pass. This is as soon as I get it, turn, throw it. Like, we don't look. This is the only option. We don't look. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna blame that on my coach, who is now my coordinator, who calls plays. That is a terrible play call.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there are also misses. Like, it's so many misses, and I'll send you the clips individually off this. I wanted to upload them here, but I felt like that was a little too much. But no, skittish, scared to death. Sam Darnold said he was seeing ghosts in that same building. Now Daniel Jones is seeing ghosts in that same building. I fucking hate it all.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm very, very much tapped into college football this year to see who my next quarterback is going to be. Yeah, and I'm done.
Which I found hilarious too, because I didn't even know they did this, bro, until I watched Camden Mace, bro. The Giants fans stood outside.
Yes, sir.
Waited on Daniel Jones.
Yes, sir.
And booed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We don't. You know what's crazy? We don't even get down like that. We wanted to
bro.
like, regardless of how the last couple of years has been, we one of the most prestigious organizations in the NFL.
Hey.
We got 100 years of service in this bitch. There's no they don't do that. That was a message to owners, coaches, GMs, scout teams, all of that. Hey, he has to go. Now, granted, they said he is going to start the next game, but I do believe if by halftime he is putting on an awful performance, we are going to see Drew Lock in that game.
Yeah, he got to pull him, bro.
And I also don't think and for more reasons than his bad play, I also don't think he should play the rest of the year because he has an injury guarantee. He makes like $40 million if he can't pass a physical next year. And we make 19, we save 20 million if we get to cut him at the end of the year. But if he can't pass a physical, then we still have to pay him. So he has an injury guarantee. That's even more reason to sit his ass on the bench.
Yeah, somebody will take him, like the dumbass Raiders.
Somebody get him for sure. Somebody pick him up for sure. Somebody will take
He's
that.
awful as a backup though, but he is a.
No, he's awful. He's awful. And that was my soapbox. It was actually a lot of people coming in here during my random soapbox. I don't know if they just felt the energy that I was bringing, but it was like a lot of people that I started seeing in the views when I started ranting. So for all the people that are still here or that were here, that is how you get my weekly rant. That is how you get my weekly rant. That is how you get the best conversations of football in the land. You know what I mean? The best conversations of football and basketball. Basketball is not here yet, so we just hold it down on the football tip. But when basketball comes back around in October, you know we own everything.
Yeah.
So
y'all gotta subscribe, man.
Yeah, man. Y'all want the best content. Y'all gotta subscribe as well as hit that notification, that post notification, so y'all can see us every Wednesday. We go live, and yeah, man, that's pretty much it. You got any outgoing words? I know you don't talk about your Raiders very often, and you know that is what that is, I guess. But you got anything to say? Anything you looking forward to for y'all season? That's usually how I try to end these. I try to end these with our personal teams. I did my own soapbox. I told you how I felt.
No, not at all. I have nothing to say about the Raiders. Nothing at all. But what I do have to say is Deshaun Watson, get it together. You're looking like Tobias Harris. That's what I have to.
A paid underperformer. I'm not gonna call you a bum. Not Tobias Harris. I'm not gonna call you a bum. Deshaun Watson has been looking a little bummish.
I'll call them both a bum. They both bumps to me, in my opinion. I seen Tobias Harris. Not to get on basketball, but they look one of the same.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, whatever cemetery you put them in, fucking Daniel Jones need to go next. So,
hey, but the thing is,
I've never come on here and rip him because I am a fan and this is my team. So I would never rip players that play on my team. But that performance was absolutely fucking terrible. We are the only team in the NFL not to score double digits this week. Like that is fucking awful. When we was playing the Minnesota Vikings and we had plenty enough opportunity to score touchdowns. The Minnesota Vikings first drive of the game, my rookie nickel corner forced a fumble and we got the ball inside the 20 and we couldn't fucking score the ball. There's no way we should have no touchdowns on the board. So I got. Y'all trying to get me back on the soapbox. I'm all right. But
I just feel bad. If I was him, I would just feel bad that nigga stood outside to woo me, my nigga.
Nigga, you know your job is on the line. I don't use it's because it's a little long overdue, and I'll talk to you about this when we get off because we finna end, but it's a little long overdue for that. So 6 years, man, that's a little crazy. But we out of here. We appreciate everybody that was here. All the love, all the appreciation. We'll be back. I'm still doing interviews on the weekends. So y'all tap in for that. If y'all got your post notifications turned on, you'll hear the bell ring. You'll get the notification. Now, you know what I'm saying? You'll see my face again. So other than that, man, y'all be blessed. Y'all have fun. Appreciate y'all.